there, it's Erin from littlestufflearning.com, and today I am here to share with you 6 tips for how you can make your phonemic awareness practice more engaging, more fun, and more hands-on using a variety of manipulatives. So what is phonemic awareness? Phonemic awareness is being able to hear and manipulate the sounds in spoken words. So before we ever introduce letters to our little ones, we want them to be able to hear the speech sounds in oral words. And we start with bigger speech sounds, like for example, syllables or rhyming words. That's phonological awareness. But then we want to narrow it down and get to those individual phonemes, the individual speech sounds in words, phonemic awareness. And we want our little ones to be really comfortable with the individual phonemes in spoken words. That way, when we start introducing letters and we're telling them that letters spell certain speech sounds, they're already super comfortable with those speech sounds because we've done so much work orally with phonemic awareness that they're going to be more comfortable once we put printed letters to those speech sounds. But since all of this work is done orally, sometimes it can feel a little boring, not engaging. Our little ones can lose attention because we're just speaking. So instead of that, we want to add some manipulatives into this phonemic awareness practice so we can make it very hands-on and engaging so that our little ones will enjoy it. They're going to feel like it's play, and they're going to have no idea that by doing these phonemic awareness practices, they're actually setting themselves up to become a much stronger reader later on. So if you're a parent watching this, you can do all of these activities at home with your little one. If you're a teacher, you can incorporate these into your classroom. But no matter what, whoever you are, if you are working with little ones and you want to help them become a strong reader, you absolutely want to focus on phonemic awareness. So let's get started with the 6 tips. Tip number 1 is to incorporate manipulatives to represent each speech sound in a word. So if I wanted my little one to say the word cat, broken up by phonemes, I would want them to say cat, k, a, t, cat. But it might be hard for them to keep those sounds in their brain, so we can give a manipulative for each of the sounds, and we can have them touch each manipulative for each sound. K, a, t, cat. We can use color-coordinated manipulatives if we want to, green for the beginning sound, yellow for the middle, red for the ending, or we can just use any colors that we have. Then what I can do is if I'm asking them to delete a sound, add a sound, substitute a sound, they can move these manipulatives to help make it more hands-on. So for example, if I said, say cat, but don't say k, they could take this one away, see what they would have left, at. Or maybe I say cat, but change a to I. They could say k, at. Change a, and I could put in a new one to I, k, it, kit. So giving a manipulative, it can be anything you have on hand, and putting it in their hands really helps take those speech sounds that are oral and make it more hands-on. Give them something to hold on to, like more concrete in their hands. So these are just these cute little gears I got in the Target dollar spot years ago. They really are just for building. You can use anything you have. You can use blocks. You can cut out colored squares out of construction paper, anything that you have, but that they can manipulate, that they can move around. And then it helps them put a sound to the manipulative. It just helps them remember it better so they can start working on some of those advanced phonemic awareness skills using the manipulative. Tip number 2 is to break out your Play-Doh. Little ones love using Play-Doh, and we as educators love when they use Play-Doh because it really builds up those fine motor skills. Anytime they're pulling apart, squishing, rolling the Play-Doh, really helps with those fine motor skills that is going to help with their penmanship, with their handwriting later on. I like to have them roll Play-Doh into little balls, and then they can use these balls when they're breaking up a word into its sounds. So for example, if I had the word bat, I would have them make balls of Play-Doh, and then I would say, okay, how many sounds do you hear in bat? B, a, t. That's 3 sounds. So they could get 3 balls of Play-Doh and put them out on the table. And then I'd have them say the word again by sounds, and I'd have them squish the Play-Doh each time they said a sound. B, a, t, bat. Then they would combine those sounds to say the word. So it's another way to make the sounds in an oral word, those speech sounds, more hands-on, give them something in their hands, and everybody loves to use Play-Doh, so it's a win-win. Tip number 3 is to break out your Fidget Poppers, and you can use these for phonemic awareness activities. So these are super popular right now with little ones. If you have one, use it to help them break apart the sounds in words. So for example, if you gave them the word job, you could say, how many sounds do you hear in job? Job, j, a, b, job. They popped 3 circles, and that would be the 3 sounds in job. These are really fun for kids to play with. You can use them for a variety of phonemic awareness activities, and the nice part is all you have to do is pop it back and it's ready to go for the next word. So they're really functional. Tip number 4 is a great tip for you because you actually don't need any materials or supplies for this tip. You are going to have your little one use their body to break up words into their sounds. So they are going to touch their head for the beginning sound, their waist or their middle for the middle sound, and then down at their toes for the ending sound. So this is really fun because you don't have to have anything on hand and all of your kiddos can do this. So let's say, for example, we wanted to break up the word dog into its sounds. Okay, let's say the word dog. D, a, g. Dog. And then we could say something like, all right, let's change dog to hog. H-a-g, hog. So now we've changed a sound in the word, but we're still using our body to touch the sounds to make it more hands-on. The 5th tip for you to make phonemic awareness more hands-on and engaging is to have your little one use their arm to break up words into sounds, and then they can also use their arm to blend those sounds together. So they're going to say the beginning sound at their shoulder, and the middle sound at their elbow, and the ending sound at their wrist. So let's say, for example, you wanted them to read the word dad. So you could help them break it up like this. D, a, d, dad. The really fun part, if you have a toy car at home, is they can actually drive their car down their arm to blend the sounds. So we'll try it again, but this time we have our car. So we could say d, a, d, dad. Driving this car down their arm is so much fun for them, and it really makes this more playful and hands-on, but they're still learning so much. And the 6th tip I have for you to make phonemic awareness more fun and engaging is to break out your hula hoops. If you have hula hoops in your classroom or maybe at home and you have 3 of them, you can put the hula hoops out on the ground and you can have your little one jump from one hoop to the next, which is great for their gross motor development. And also it's really great for those kids who have the wiggles when you're doing phonemic awareness practice. So you can have them break up a word into sounds and jump into each hula hoop for each sound. So for example, if the word was mom, they could jump, mom. You could also, instead of having them jump, have them throw a beanbag into the correct hula hoop. So let's say again, your word was mom, and you could say, throw a beanbag into the hula hoop that represents the ah sound. That would be the middle sound. So they could throw a beanbag into the hula hoop in the middle to represent the ah sound. So there's lots of ways that you can use these hula hoops, but the really nice part is that it takes it, you can do this outside or inside, but it takes your little ones out of their seat and it has them up and moving. And we know that the more our little ones move when they're learning, the easier they're going to remember and the faster they're going to learn these skills. So there you go. Those are 6 tips for you to make phonemic awareness practice more hands-on and engaging, whether you're doing it at home or in your classroom. I do have some phonemic awareness activities over on my website, littleslovelearning.com. These phonemic awareness activities will give you the words that you can have your little one work on, so you don't have to always be coming up with the words on your own. There are a variety of activities in there. There is some phonological awareness in there with syllables and rhyme. And there's also phonemic awareness in there with a variety of activities, isolating the beginning sound, the middle sound, the ending sound, manipulating phonemes, substituting, adding, deleting, all sorts of things are in these games. So if you're interested and you want to learn more, I will put the link down in the description box below. You can just head to littlestufflearning.com. All of the information will be there. If you have any questions about phonemic awareness, how to incorporate it with your little one, or why it's even important for reading development, you can leave a comment below, or you can find me on my website and I'd be happy to chat with you more about this. Have a great day. Bye.